Welcome to Varsity Voices Ice Hockey. My name is Jeff DiVeronica. On my far left is James Johnson, my colleague, and in studio today, Penfield hockey, a memorable and historic season, really. To my left, Coach Nate Miller. In the middle, we have Cooper Allen and Andrew Powlin, the two big forwards on this tremendous team. Guys, thanks for coming down to the studio today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
16 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties as we speak here right now. 1 game left in the regular season. Nate, had I told you 3 months ago you'd lose 1 game out of 19, did you think that this group was this good? I knew you thought you'd be good, but this good. I mean, 1 loss. It's a competitive schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. To start our year, we had 5 away games as well. So to get off to the start we did, I don't think sitting here today we'd be at 16-1 and 2. But again, I think it speaks volumes about the character and the leadership we've had throughout the season, and obviously the 2 guys to my left are a big part of that.
For the players, I mean, was there a win early in the season that kind of said, yeah, we're gonna meet expectations?
I think Fairport was definitely that win.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty big push for us.
That's what got our attention here.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that Fairport and Penfield go at it pretty well. And you guys have had some success now in recent years, where in the past it was kind of a struggle to get by them.
In the past, it's been all Fairport, yeah. For a good 9 years, it took us time and time again to finally get over that hurdle. But again, winning last year, the second time we played them was great, and obviously the team picked up just where we left off last year.
Big 3-3 draw this week with Pittsford. It clinched the top seed in sectionals for you guys, which is pretty neat. But Andrew, let me ask you, does that, he's going to probably tell you, forget about it. It doesn't mean anything. But from you guys, from a pride standpoint, getting number 1 versus number 2, how much did that mean to you?
I think it's definitely nice coming out on top. Just all the work that we've put in the off season and just in-season practices. It's definitely nice. It kind of validates all the work, being on top.
Cooper, 3-3 draw, right? How was the atmosphere? How do you guys feed off that a little bit? But how cool was it the other night?
I mean, I think it was great. Definitely coming out with a 3-3 draw. I mean, obviously you go in every game wanting a win, but we came into that game, we did what we needed to do for the number 1 spot, and I think that was the first time in Penfield history we've had the number 1 spot. So,
was anyone saying, after the first period, it seemed like Pittsburgh was kind of carrying the play?
I mean, it wasn't more like, it was more like just take a step back. I mean, we came to the locker room, he said, and we were definitely gripping our sticks a little too tight. We came out a little bit stiff, and we went in the second, we played a lot better, so.
You've already said history. I mean, you're the most wins in school history. I think probably the first number 1 seed in school history. Penfield hockey's been around for 45 years. No Section 5 titles. What you've done all season long is kind of wiped clean now for the postseason. Are you worried at all about that, or that there's maybe some too much happiness? We feel like we've already accomplished something.
No, I don't think so. Again, with the group we have, they've stayed hungry and somewhat humble all season long. So, that's been one of our mantras, just trying to move forward is again, 1 day at a time, try and get better each and every day that we hit the ice together as a group. And again, I think that's helped us get to achieve some of the goals that we have set forth.
#Be remembered. That's the slogan these guys have been playing with all year long. Where did that come from? Who came up with that? And how much of a driving force has it been, guys?
I think when we came up with it, it was we were in the car going to have dinner with our coaches one day. We were talking about what we were going to do for the season, some goals we were going to have. It was me and another fellow captain, Andrew Ebersol, and we decided Be Remembered would probably be a good one because there's a lot of history we really haven't made yet in this program. There's a lot of things to accomplish, and we felt that going into this year, we definitely had the team to do that. The team to.
Andrew, this team has been kind of the kings of the third period. I mean, you came back to beat the Thunder early. The Fairport game is back and forth, right? You were down 2-0 going to the third against Canandaigua, and won 3-2. You scored a big goal against Pittsford the other night in the third period to pull it out late, to pull out the draw. What is it about the third period in you guys? I know Coach wants it earlier, but
yeah.
You guys like make your living there.
I think when we're down going into the third period, we can kick it into a different gear, just kind of a desperation mode. Just being able to put the puck in the net in the third period is definitely really nice. Knowing going into sectionals, because the third period push is really important in big games going into the postseason.
How does that sit with you, though? I mean, what is that break like between the period before you go to? What are these speeches like? You must be the best, between period speech guy in the history of hockey.
You can ask those guys, but
He's all right. He's all right.
yeah, it's one of those things. Obviously, we'd like to get off to a little bit of a better start. It makes things a little bit easier as you move forward. It's tough, trying to come back and exerting a lot of energy, obviously, to do so. But we have some of the horses to do that this year. And again, I think one of the other quotes that I guess not as notorious as to be remembered is unity in adversity, and I think these guys have really encompassed that throughout the season. As again, we've been down in a couple situations, but haven't panicked, and we've rallied around again certain situations and with each other.
What are sectional games like? Does the pace of play change? Is there more hitting? What's going on out there?
It's definitely more physical. Overall speed of the game is amped up, tons of levels. Just because it's do or die, and I think playing at the level that we have been in the third period is kind of what every game is like for every period.
Do you guys feel like you've kind of captured the attention of the school a little bit? I know there's been some big winners in the winter. Certainly, I know girls basketball has been a really quality winter program. I know Penfield wrestling's been pretty good too, had a state champion and Frankie Gissendanner. How do you guys feel about the student body at Penfield? I know they had a great fall season. You guys did across the board. Do you guys think you've kind of galvanized the student body?
It definitely took a while. The stigma about the hockey team in the past is it's not really been that competitive. We haven't been that competitive in the past, and people kind of didn't believe us at first. People always asked us going into the season, how good do you guys think we're going to be? And we were always like, we're going to be pretty good, I think.
So you had to prove it to your own classmates, huh?
Basically. And I think it took a while, but I think people definitely are on board now. They definitely believe us that we're as good as we say we are.
I bet that Fairport game, that's when the bandwagon,
Yeah,
everybody
they
started
did.
climbing over the walls.
You got great balance on this team, and that's got to be a great luxury for you as a coach. I know your leading scorer, Jack Schlifke's he's a sophomore. You have good senior leadership. You've got Adam Witchhaver is one of your top players, one of the best defensemen in Section 5. Andrew Ebersol. As a coach, how much of a luxury is it to have that kind of depth?
Well, again, I think that's the reason why we're where we are today. Whoever we've been able to put on the ice, again, has had success because of some of the things that we've been able to do in practice from a competition standpoint. So, depth is key. As you move through the postseason, again, you're going to have some bumps and some bruises and some injuries, but we've been able to fill in some of those gaps, again, with some of the players that haven't necessarily had as much time throughout the season. So,
And James, there are people that tell me that the best goaltender in Section 5 might play for the Patriots, and her name is Lindsay Brown. She's going to Cornell. Andrew, how good is she? How good has she been? I know she wasn't with you guys last year, but did you guys think she had this kind of season in her?
I think we knew she was definitely capable of it. She played with us our freshman year on JV and kind of blew all the other goalies out of the water and kind of came onto the scene. And we knew this year when she decided to play, she was definitely going to be a big help, just being an anchor in that and saving everything that she should and all the acrobatic saves too. It's definitely nice knowing that she's going to do her job so you can do yours.
Cooper, what makes her so good?
I don't know. You got to ask her. I'm not. I mean, she's definitely been competing at a very high level this whole entire year. I mean, every game she shows up to play, and every game she does what she needs to do to help us get the W.
A lot of different people contributed, and even some role players have stepped up. Like Mike Nikosha, the other night, he scores the tying goal against Pittsford. When you see role players pulling that off, how much does it help the whole roster to buy in? Like, it's every person is part of this thing, right?
Yeah, Mike put a lot of time and effort in the off season, and it really paid obviously benefits to get him to where he is today. I'm shocked that again it took this long for Mike to get his first varsity goal, but timing is everything. So we'll take it. Again, I think that just speaks volumes again about the student athletes we have on our team is next man up. I know that obviously line's been used many times over, but. That's how the group feels. At the end of the day, we're going to get the job done because it doesn't matter if it's the guy to your left or your right. Somebody's going to get the job done for the team.
How excited you guys for sectionals?
I'm definitely pretty excited.
Really excited.
Especially with this group going in this year. It's it's a pretty good feeling going in like this.
You guys have been a part of the program for what, 3-4 years now, right? So you went through some lean times. What did you learn from those seasons, and did it make you a better player today?
I mean, I think just from being an underdog in most games going into sectionals, I know we can't take any team lightly, just because we have upsetted teams going into sectionals. I think my freshman year we upsetted the Irondequoit. They were a number 1 seed. We were an 8 seed. And then last year I think we upsetted number 2 Hilton. So just going in as a higher seed, we have to know that every game is going to be a battle, no matter how good they did in the regular season.
These guys, and they're captains, they're leaders. I can hear just the way they're thinking. They're using what they've gained to make them better now. I'm assuming those are among the reasons these guys are your captains.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Again, they were easy selections. We let our student athletes choose those guys, and within the room they picked the guys that are to my left of me. So,
how close have each of you come to either the finals or any type of glory in the sectionals?
I don't think I've been close ever. I mean, I've never been to a sectional final game for any sport. I'm definitely looking to have that first one this year and probably come out with a W. So,
I think my
lacrosse, you were a good lacrosse
Yeah.
player going to RIT. Congrats on that.
Thank you very
How about
much.
lacrosse? How far have you guys gotten?
my sophomore year we made it to the finals and lost to Pittsford, and then last year we made it to the semifinals. So I think it's nice having the experience, but it's definitely looking to win one this year.
That'd be fun, right, guys?
yeah, Andrew was a manager with us the last time our team went to the finals against McQuaid a number of years ago, so he's got a little bit of experience.
Yeah.
The taste is there, so hopefully we'll get it back.
It's been a tough week at Penfield High School. There was a tragedy. It's affected you lost somebody in your senior class. How have you guys handled that? And Coach, tell us about how you've handled it too with them. How difficult has it been, Cooper?
First.
I guess how we've handled it as a class is, the great thing about our class and our school itself is when stuff like this happens, everybody always finds a way to band together, really. And everybody finds their own way to handle things that happen like that. And the way our team came out against Pittsford and the way our team's been acting and the way our school's been acting the last week has really been uplifting. I mean, it's great to see everybody really trying to work through things and reacting the way that you'd hope to see everybody.
A little perspective, right, Coach?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a challenging week for a lot of our students and student athletes. But again, as Cooper said, it's a time to band together. Obviously, at the end of the day, we're all family. We want to make sure everybody's supported. And again, I think they've done a great job within the school and the community overall.
Well, they're the top seeds in the Section 5 tournament, and that gets underway actually in the next couple of days. So make sure you check back. We'll have updates throughout the Section 5 tournament. For James Johnson, Andrew Powlin, and Cooper Allen, and Coach, thanks for coming down, Nate. We really appreciate it. Wish you guys best of luck. And all the teams have a great Section 5 tournament. Thanks for watching us right here on Varsity Voices Hockey at DemocratandChronicle.com.